Today we're going to be doing our very first new look rebuild here on Madden 26. The NFL draft is officially behind us, so it's time to start talking about what teams look like after the draft is now over, and today we'll be starting with my favorite team, the Washington Commanders. But before we get into today's video, YouTube does tell me about 83% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed, so if you do fall in that 83%, want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. So unfortunately, I am recording this before day 3 of the NFL draft, but the Commanders don't have like a ton of draft capital because of the Laramie Tunsil trade, so I thought this was a fine team to start with. So we'll be missing the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th rounders, unfortunately, in this rebuild, but I don't think it should affect things too much. And by the way, if you want to know what roster I'm using, I will leave it down in the description below. I know everyone's going to ask, and also I could only use it offline. I could, for whatever reason, not get it to be used online. But let's go ahead and talk about, of course, what the Commanders have done this offseason. Now, officially, Brandon Ayuk is not on the Commanders, but it just seems like that's going to happen eventually. It's just a matter of time. So I always slot him in here in these videos. Maybe it's going to age poorly, but it seems like eventually he'll be in Washington. But the main things that the Commanders have obviously changed. Now, not to ignore Chiggy Okonkwo, De'Ami Brown's return, and then they just drafted Tony Williams in round 3. But defensively is where they've really attacked. So they've brought in Leo Chenal. They just drafted Sonny Styles, #1 overall, or sorry, in the first round. Got Nick Cross on here. Amik Robertson's over here as well. Witherspoon, not to mention, too. And then Odafe Oweh. And then you got Kayvon Chason, Charles Omenihu. So they've had a very big overhaul on defense, which makes sense because their defense was really bad last year. So with that all being said, we're going to simulate year number 1, and we're going to see how this team does. So because of the new coordinator changes, I am going to be running Detroit's playbook. David Blau kind of came from Detroit a little bit. His offense should be more under center, which is why we're going to run this. And then we're going to also run Minnesota's defensive playbook because of Durante Jones coming from Minnesota. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see how this is going to go in year number 1. I'm also running Tony Williams at slot wide receiver because they drafted him round 3, and I think he's going to have a real chance to start immediately. So we'll see how things go, and I have no idea how Sonny Styles is hidden dev, by the way, but the roster creator made that happen. So I didn't do that on purpose. That's just the way it was. So I left it. So let's go ahead and see how things are going to go at the end of this first season. So while things did get better compared to last year, we still finished up at 8-9 and missed the playoffs, which is obviously disappointing. The Rams and the Jaguars met up in the Super Bowl. Stafford got a Super Bowl MVP after they just drafted a QB in round 1, so that's cool to see. Schottenheimer, Coach of the Year, Puka Nacua, Greg Rousseau, Amari Cooper on the Jets, and Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to CJ Allen. So yeah, this is awesome, man. It's always like this until after the draft, but it's really nice and refreshing to be doing rebuilds with the whole league accurate. If you guys weren't aware that when I did these previous rebuilds before the draft, nothing was accurate across the league, only the team I was currently using. But let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. So offensively, 22nd in the NFL, which is not too bad, but of course you'd want it to be better. And defensively, we were 10th in the NFL, so not bad. 23 and 14 from Jaden Daniels. You had 7 touchdowns, 1,100 yards from Bill. Of course, there was some rumors about them getting Jeremiah Love, but the Cardinals, of course, took him at number 3 overall. Terry McLaurin had 1,000 yards. He had 700 from Ayuk, and Tony Williams had 505 touchdowns as a rookie. I made him star dev, by the way. I plan on making every first round or superstar dev. Well, I guess Sonny Styles was hidden dev, so I just left that the way it was. But second and third rounders always usually make star dev in this series. But you had 13 sacks from Dorrance Armstrong. Really nice to see that. And 10 from Odafe Oweh, 8 from Daron Payne, 5 from Charles Omenihu, and then a couple of sacks here and there as well. Interceptions, we had 2 from Leo Chenal, 2 from Trey Amos. 1. And then how did Sonny Styles do? So of course he should be up here in tackles somewhere. Yeah, so 107 tackles. He's only star dev, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. So he's wearing number 40, which I don't necessarily love that, but it's all good. So let's go ahead and get in this offseason. Apparently we have a ton of cap space again. And I don't really know how accurate the contracts are. We're about to find out find out together here. Well, I'm already kind of noticing a problem. Sonny Styles is already about to be a free agent. So maybe that's something I need to change in the future. Like once, yeah, so that's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. We'll have to fix that. So maybe in the future, I'll edit the rookies contracts. What the hell is it? Tyler Cooper? Well, that man looks like he's from the 70s. I don't know what that's about, but okay. Interesting. Brandon Ayuk is also down here. He had an okay year. He only signed for 1 year. Not too expensive. I'd be okay with getting him back, but he says no, that's fine. All right. So we lose Ayuk probably. Now, of course, we have to keep Sonny Styles. And Tony Williams, I don't see here either, I don't think. So maybe it's not all rookies. Maybe he just messed up on Sonny Styles. I have no idea. That's going to be kind of a problem, but I guess we'll find that out today. But I'm going to look to re-sign Sonny Styles here. Now, he has no interest in coming back, so that is kind of concerning. I shouldn't have to extend this man already, but here I am. He does stick around, so yeah, whatever. So that's kind of annoying to deal with. I'll probably edit his contract maybe a little bit. Quan Martin is 27 star dev, but I think I'm going to try to get better there. And then we have Deron Payne, who is 30 years old, 84. I mean, I'm cool with keeping him, so we'll go ahead and bring him back with him still being an 84 overall. I'm not sure if the Commanders will keep him in real life. Frankie Louvu, I'm going to go ahead and keep as well. I liked his energy the first season he brought for us, but of course, year number 2 wasn't as great. And then Dorrance Armstrong just had a really good year for us, so I would be interested, but I also feel like we can get better there as well. So maybe we'll wait on that. So let's go ahead and I guess let the rest of these guys go. And Kaylavon Chason, we can try to look to re-sign him potentially. He says no. Okay, so let's go take a look at the lineup with all these guys walking, and we'll see what it looks like. Well, there's one positive sign here is Antonio Williams is already superstar dev, so that's a nice encouraging thing to see. Jalen Lane, Terry McLaurin. So of course we definitely need to continue to improve a bunch of things. We need a new strong safety, a new edge rusher. Like, there's a lot of things to attack. So I have no idea what free agency is going to look like. Hopefully there's not a bunch of rookies sitting in here that shouldn't be here. Yeah, this was the one roster I could find right now, so maybe we might need to find something different if it is like that. So it may just been on Sonny Styles because I don't notice any other rookies in here. Of course, maybe I didn't look down the board far enough, but I think we're okay, which is a good sign because that was kind of really not, you know, something I want to see. I don't want to see David Bailey's here, so maybe it's not just Sonny Styles. So yeah, I might be able to just edit that myself and give all them. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I have made 4 offers. We are on Kevin Dotson, Nolan Smith Jr., Cam Taylor-Britt, and Lloyd Cushenberry. So these are all positions that we definitely need. So I'm hoping we can get all 4 of these guys, and we do get all 4. So that's a good start. So you have an edge rusher from the Eagles. They just traded for Grenard, so I think Nolan Smith definitely could be gettable. Cam Taylor-Britt as another corner we could potentially use, and Dotson to, you know, bolster our offensive line even further. So I really like that quite a bit, and we'll take a look at what things look like now. So now you have Dotson, Sam Cosmi, Connerly, Lloyd Cushenberry. So the offensive line's looking really good. We're gonna need another wide receiver, gonna need a new running back. Defensively, we kind of bring in what I wanted to bring in. So the only thing on defense I feel like we need to address is another safety. I like Reeves, but of course I don't really want him to start. So we'll go ahead and see what we can do in this draft. Unfortunately, Madden's going to reflect with the 2026 picks, which of course the Commanders did not have a ton of because of the Tunsil trade, but we should have more. So yeah, we should have our 2nd and our 4th. So I'll see if I can try to get those. I'm not really sure if I'll be able to pull it off, but I'm going to try to get those before we jump into this draft. So I was able to get a full slate of draft picks, and I already kind of know where I want to go here in round 1. So I am going to absolutely take KJ Bolden here. This is the one position I think we need to address on defense really badly. Get another safety next to Nick Cross, and I'm feeling good about KJ Bolden being that guy for us. So he's going to be 13 in true value. Got him at 16. I really was interested in the Commanders drafting Caleb Downs, so we get our safety in this year's draft instead. So KJ Bolden, welcome to Washington. We're also going to take a big wide receiver here, something the Commanders could desperately use, especially Terry McLaurin getting older. I'm going to be taking Nick Marsh here in round 2. He's going to have hidden dev, which is exactly what we need here. 16 in true value, got him at 48. So far we're getting Jaden some weapons, which we desperately needed. So I'm loving this draft to this point. I'm hoping to hit on a running back as well in the very next round. So as promised, I'm looking at a running back here in round 3. I don't know if this guy's gonna be hidden dev or not, but I see the elite speed and I'm sold. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Isaac Brown. Wait, what? The clock expired. There's a minute left. What are we talking about? Something must be glitching, right? Surely? Or did he get taken? I'm so confused. Why is it saying that? That's weird. Okay. Let me try that again. Can I take him? Or maybe I need to exit and come back. Can I take him now? Okay. Well, apparently the clock is expired, but the clock is going down, which is kind of interesting. What if I pause the draft? Is that going to change anything here? This is my first time using like offline, by the way. I usually don't use offline, so... Okay, well, let me exit and see if that fixes it. If not, we may not be able to draft him. I'm not really sure what's going on. No matter what I did, it would not let me draft in round 3. So I just had to simulate it, which is kind of annoying, but I guess it is what it is. I don't know if it's this roster or what's going on. And now my controller's disconnecting. We're just in shambles right now. So of course I wanted to take that running back there, which is really annoying, but we were still able to take KJ Bolden, Nick Marsh at least. And then the AI took care of the rest because I really couldn't do anything. So we got another tight end, which I don't hate. And then Peyton Bowen. Is he hidden dev? He's normal dev. So yeah, really unfortunate. I mean, safety depth, 2 safeties, I guess, but yeah, quite annoying. I really wanted Isaac Brown. I could technically trade for him because it feels like I should have him, but yeah, I might do that. I might go find him. I don't know where he got drafted to, but that was quite annoying. I have no idea why Madden was doing that. Never ran into that before at all. So I might go find him real quick because we definitely needed a running back. So a mission was failed on trading for him. He was normal dev anyway for some reason. So, or I guess it didn't tell me he was hidden dev. He just had elite speed, but he was normal dev. So I guess it's whatever. So we're an 84 overall though across the board going into this season. So we'll take a look at how we look. So we got Jaden Daniels, of course, under center. I just signed Najee Harris as another running back because we needed one. McLaurin, Antonio Williams, Nick Marsh, Okonkwo, Connerly, Cosme, Cushionberry, Dodson, and Laramie Tunsil. Defensively, KJ Bolden, of course, Nick Cross, and then Bowen, Sonny Styles, Leo Chanel, Frankie Louvu, and Nolan Smith, Johnny Newton, Deron Payne, Adolfo Owe, and then here are your corners as well. So I'm feeling pretty solid about this. The only thing I need to change is I'm already noticing that Dodson's now listed as an 80 overall instead of the 88. So I guess just simply moving to left guard, that should fix it, I would think. So other than that, I will see you guys at the end of year 2. I'm going to keep the playbooks the same. I think they were decent, and we'll see if drafting a wide receiver and I guess also a new free safety is going to help with that at all. I'm hoping we can make the playoffs this season. I've seen the Commanders do it before, so I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. So things go from bad to worse. We finished up at 4-13, so that is fantastic. I thought we maybe had some positive momentum, but stopped dead in our tracks. Did Jaden miss some time or something, or is he really just that bad? He was just that bad. Okay, so Lions playbook is not the move, I guess, going forward. So 14 touchdowns, and then defensively 26. So you had 14 and 13 from Jaden Daniels. Najee Harris, I guess, took over because, you know, Bill got hurt. You had 1,000 yards from Terry, 700, Okonkwo, 300. Just a really bad season all around. Holy moly. Defensively, Deron Payne, 11.5 sacks. Yeah, not a lot to be excited about here. So playbooks gave me some, like, I guess, I don't know. It was encouraging, but it stopped dead in its tracks. So what a bad season. We definitely have more work to be done. It's going to be a very interesting offseason ahead of us because I know Jaden's going to need a new not yet, I don't think, but eventually he's going to need a new contract, and we need to continue to improve this team because, yeah, going from 8-9 to 4-13, it's not good. So Laramie Tunsil retires. We have $75.5 million in cap space. So Jaden Daniels is a free agent, and Tony Williams is a free agent too. Nick Cross is, which is actually true. Cushionberry. So okay, we are going to, of course, start with our starting quarterback. This is going to take out a lot of our cap space, but despite not good last year, I think playbook change would fix that in a heartbeat. So, and Tony Williams, with him being superstar depth, I'd like to keep him, obviously. I like to keep Nick Cross as well. We may have to release Terry McLaurin, which would really suck to do if we get to a money problem here in a second. Yeah, we'll get Sammer still back as well. And I do want Nick Cross back. Johnny Newton, I want back. Najee, I don't care about, obviously, but I'm going to give Johnny Newton an extension. I think we're about to run into some money issues. We are. Okay. So, unfortunately, this might be Terry's time to be over. It really sucks. I love Terry McLaurin, but I think eventually that, you know, it's going to happen. So, we can save $25 million by releasing him. And then there's some other guys we can cut as well. But yeah, unfortunately, Terry McLaurin is going to be the one we probably release at 32 years old. Unless there's a way around it, but I just don't know if there is, realistically. Dodson we can free up some money with. I mean, we could try to restructure some people. Nolan Smith, $7 million. Jaden we just signed, so we're not going to restructure him right away. We can free up 10 there. Maybe we can do that first before we release Jaden. So we might have to choose between Nick Cross or Johnny Newton. I'm going to try to keep Nick Cross if I can. So maybe we can get both, but I'm going to try to keep Nick Cross, which we will keep him. And then Newton, I don't know. I don't think we'll get him back. So yeah, we do not have enough money. All right, well, let's just go ahead and hit up what the line. Let's see what the lineup looks like first and foremost, and then we're probably not gonna be big players in free agency unless we trade away Terry or whatever. But let's see what it's looking like. So I hate to do it, but I am looking to trade Terry McLaurin, and the New Orleans Saints are offering me something I could absolutely use right now, and I'm just going to go ahead and accept it. So they're going to give me Kelvin Banks. We'll get Terry McLaurin out of here. We'll save a little bit of money. So yeah, Laramie Tunsil retired on us, so I think that makes a lot of sense for us to do. Not the most realistic trade in the world, I will admit, but yeah, it was a necessary addition for us because we lost Laramie Tunsil to retirement. So now Terry McLaurin is gone. We definitely are going to continue to address wide receiver. We're going to need a new center. Defensively, we need someone in the middle, and we are good at secondary. And yeah, so the only thing I really want to get defense is a running back. So, or sorry, D tackles. But I do have kind of some guys I'm targeting here. So yes, we could go for Quinn Williams. That would be nice. But I'm kind of tempted to take Josh Jacobs here and sign him because our running back position is just Bill right now. So Jacobs should sign here, which is good. Nate Wiggins would be awesome too. I don't think I'll have enough for Quinn Williams, but I do want to get, there's Elton Jenkins here, I will say, for the center problem we have. But I wanted to try to sign just someone. So we could just bring Johnny Newton back, I guess. And I think we might be taking a D tackle round 1 as well, which is why I'm pretty content with doing this. So yeah, we're gonna do something like this. So it's gonna be Josh Jacobs and Johnny Newton is gonna be the signings here, and that should make our running back room a lot better. Obviously, with Jacobs coming in, he is 30, but you know, he should be good still with the superstar dev. We're gonna need a drafted wide receiver somewhere in the draft. Gonna need a center somewhere as well, and then D tackle is going to be needed if we so choose. But we have a high draft pick, so let's jump in here. Elijah Griffin is who I think I'm taking as long as he gets to 2, so we'll see if he does. So yes, Bryce Underwood went off the board. We could technically take Malachi Toney, replace Terry McLaurin right now, but I told you guys where I'm going with this. I think I'm going to go ahead and get in the trenches here with Elijah Griffin. So welcome to the Commanders. Hopefully it lets me draft him. It does, and he's going to be 10 in true value. Got him number 2, but A+ pick nonetheless. So to me, a very good start in this draft. Kind of torn on Decorian Moore here. He's 5'11". We got our big receiver last year, but he's got C catching, F catching traffic, but he shows good discipline, so he'll be hidden dev, and he has elite speed. So I don't know. We might come back to him, but the grades kind of turn me off a little bit. What about Andrew Marsh? What do you got for me? Shows good discipline, C catching, good speed. Okay, that's, you know, we'll look at it again in a second. Staley, good. I mean, everybody has C catching. Speed's great. I guess I will just go ahead and take Decorian Moore. Yeah, so we'll see. He'll be 27 true value, got him at 34, so hopefully his catching improves, but he's extremely fast, which is something you could always use in your wide receiver room. Then in round 3, as long as Madden lets me draft here, this guy will not have hidden dev, but we do not have a good center whatsoever. This may be a little bit of a reach, unfortunately, but his grades are really good. Let's see if Madden lets me draft in round 3. Maybe that was just a one-time glitch, but he's 73 in true value, got him at 66, so he should be a solid starter right away. But yeah, at least that glitch didn't pop up again, so that's nice, and we got our center in round 3. Then in round 4, while this guy will not be hidden dev, he is going to have elite speed, elite jumping, elite traits across the board, and his grades aren't half bad either. So I'm going to be taking Quintavious Johnson to be an edge rusher for us as depth. So I'm going to let that be the way it is. I think that was a solid draft. If we change the playbooks in year number 3, I think things will get a lot better. So we'll see what things look like, but hoping for a much better simulation in year 3, because year 1 and 2, not so good. So going into year number 3, we're an 86 overall with an 87 offense and an 85 defense. So that's good to see. Of course, this year we need to see a lot better production out of everything here. So Jaden, Josh Jacobs, Antonio Williams, Nick Marsh, Decorian Moore, Banks, Kevin Dotson, centers, Cosme, Connerly, and Okonkwo. And then defensively, we have KJ Bolden, Leo Chenal, Sonny Styles, Frankie Louvu, Nick Cross, Trey Amos, and Elijah Griffin, of course, which I'm going to start him right away. Might as well. And then Sarah still, I guess, is on the shelf right now. But I'm running defensive playbook with Buffaloes, and I'm going to be running Andy Reid's playbook on offense. I'm just going to try to pull all the stops for us to finally get a good simulation with Jaden playing well, because we have not seen that very much yet. So we'll see if this year will change that. Hoping for a good season. Year 1 and 2 were not so great. Year 1 was mid. Year 2, not so much. So let's wait to the end of year 3. Hopefully year 3 brings us positive energy. So finally, our prayers have been answered. We finally finished up as a playoff team. Not only are we a playoff team, we actually also won the division, which is great to see. It's amazing how much playbooks just change everything for you. If we would have gotten one more win, oh, just kidding. I was about to say, I think we maybe could have gotten the first seed in week 18, but no, the Rams got it instead. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. So offensively, 6th in the NFL, which is just so good to see compared to what we've seen lately. And defensively, not so bad either. 15th, I'll take it. 33 and 6 from Jaden Daniels, much better than what we've seen. And Josh Jacobs at 18 touchdown in his own right. So nice free agency addition there. Nick Marsh, really replaced Terry McLaurin as best as he could. Moore had 700 yards, 700 from Antonio Williams as well. Or sorry, 1,100 from 1,000, if I can read, from Antonio Williams. 7 touchdowns to go alongside it. Okonkwo, 500, and then 400 receiving yards from Josh Jacobs and 6 touchdowns on top of that as well. Sacks wise, you had 13 from Nolan Smith, 10 from Owe, and then 8.5 from Deron Payne, 6.5 from the rookie. He is right now only star dev, but that maybe could change. And then Sonny Styles, let's see how many tackles he had or whatever. So he had an 89, Leo Chenal with 130. So that's really good to see. And Nick Cross, here were your interceptions as well. So let's go ahead and get into this playoff game against our fellow division rival, the New York Giants. Hopefully we can take them down. Of course, we've been waiting for this moment. Last time Jaden was in the playoffs, he made it to the NFC Championship game. Would love to get him there again, and this time we can win it, but we'll see what happens. So here comes our division rival, the New York Giants. This one should be a tough one, but let's see how things are going to go. First playoff game since the NFC Championship game for Jaden here. They go up 7-0, start things off, and we are off to a little bit of a rough start, but we get a field goal up. The Giants will respond with another touchdown. It's 14-3. So far, this is not a great sign, but we do score here. I think we went for 2 or something, but we could go take the lead with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. So why not try to do so? So we have 3 minutes left. We're down 5. I think we can absolutely go take this lead. So I'm going to go see if I can't do that. Let's give this to Jot, or I guess this is Wisner. I don't know if Jacobs is hurt, but that was a nice run to start things off. I'll go with that. Love that first run there. I might go right back to him again because that was a really productive run. We'll see if we get another one. This time, not as much, but we'll get a yard, I guess. The 3 minutes left. Let's see if we can't get something on this next play here. I know we have some really fast wide receivers such as Decorin Moore on the outside right now. So if he is to break 3, which I'm going to give him a shot. I think he has the step. He does, and we are going to take this lead, which is why we love that elite speed wide receiver we drafted. And I think we might go for 2. I'll let the AI do that. Let's see if they can convert it. They do not. They get stopped, though. They do have all 3 timeouts. I think we're on their side of the field as well, it looks like. We sure are, so we can put this game away as long as we can hang on here, you know, drain the clock or maybe put up another touchdown, whatever we want to do here. But I think another touchdown would make this game, well, yeah, it would make it an 8-point game, unless we went for 2, obviously. But yeah, let's just try to make them use all those timeouts. So I think Jacobs might be hurt because it's definitely Wisner out here. So that's kind of disappointing. But let's see if we get a first down run here. I think we may have it. We don't need to score. We just need to get one more first down, and this game should basically be over. So yeah, scoring would give them another chance to get back in this, actually. So yeah, let's just bleed this clock as much as possible. Now, unfortunately, we cannot get another first down, but still, they should be left with very little time. And yes, that's what I wanted. They'll use one last timeout, and they might actually have a little bit of time left, but I don't really know what the math is going to be. It's going to be pretty little, though, if I had to guess. So should I just score here? I could. I got tackled, which is fine, so that should bleed the clock as much as possible. I think this is probably the best way to go about it anyway. So that's going to bleed a lot of the clock, 20 seconds. We'll let it bleed as much as possible, obviously. And we are not going to throw this ball. We're going to run it, and I'm going to probably get down one more time, and then we'll just kick our field goal, I think, because that should give them about 20 seconds with no timeouts. I mean, I think you'd take that math. So let's snap this with 1 second on the play clock, and there we go. And yeah, so I'm fine with the tackle. That should give them about, what, 10 seconds? So that is fine by me. We'll take this all the way down to 10 seconds, and I'll kick my field goal here in just a second. In fact, I might even let the AI actually, yeah, because we're gonna call a timeout. So let me call a timeout, and then we'll hopefully close this out. All right, gotta put up the field goal here. So let's go ahead and do, oh my gosh, I just screwed that up so badly. To be fair, I never use that kicking meter, but still, they have 8 seconds. They should not score here in 8 seconds. So holy moly, that was terrible. But yeah, I usually use the classic. I hate that new kicking meter. I don't know, I'm just not used to it. But regardless, we won 15-14. That's what matters. But that was not good. So it's all good though. So Jaden had 2 touchdowns, 251 yards. Of course, the big one to Decorin Moore was such a big one. Dart had a pretty good game as well. Both 63% completion percentage. So Jacobs did not play at all. So yeah, he must be hurt, which I didn't realize. But Antonio Williams had a touchdown. And of course, as we know, Moore had a touchdown right here with 74-yard touchdown or something like that, and then interceptions, none, but sacks, you had 3 from Adolph away, which is just fantastic. Elijah Griffin had 1 as well. But okay, let's get into the next game. Yeah, unfortunately, not only is Josh Jacobs hurt, so is Bill. So it is the Quinn Wisner show because of those 2 injuries, which is really disappointing. But now we go to Atlanta, and oh my gosh, you couldn't pay me to do something like that. But let's go ahead and see if we can come out here and take down the Falcons. We get an interception from Trey Amos, and we go up 7-0. That's how you take advantage of turnovers, and we will go up 14-3 now. So far, this is looking good, but I think we may have thrown an interception return, and now it's 14-6. We get another pick off KJ Bolt. No score off that, though. That is not good. So that is not what you want to see. You don't get an interception on their side of the field, and then they get to take the lead now, so 2 minutes and 37 seconds left. So that's disappointing. Should have definitely got something out of that second interception from KJ Bolden to walk away with nothing. We have 3 turnovers, so I guess it's just been a turnover fest, which is not what you want to be in the playoffs at all. Thankfully, the Falcons have turned it over a couple times, or we'd be pretty in trouble right now. But forgot to put the actual new uniforms on Washington. But Falcons have new ones, of course, as well. So let's see if we can't get a big... I'm just going to hit Wisner for a big gain here. So that worked out pretty well. We're trying to go take this lead back as we're down 14-15. We're going to celebrate a first down, but now I'm trying to get into the next play before the 2-minute warning if possible. So probably run the ball because we got a first down. We got the 2-minute warning. So let's just run it at least one time and see what we can do here. So hopefully Wisner can get us a big chunk. Not quite, but we'll get a couple yards out of it. Okay, so of course field goal would win us this game, but at this point I don't even want to kick a field goal based off what we just saw in the Giants game. So 2nd and 8, let's try to just score a touchdown if possible and avoid a field goal at all costs. Would love to see them just let DeCorian Moore just run free again. That was pretty easy. Would love to, see something like that again. This time, oh my gosh, I don't even know how I didn't get sacked there, but I'm lucky. Just gonna slide now. Yeah, I have no idea how I didn't get sacked there. That guy ran right into me, it felt like, but you know what? I ain't complaining. So now we are in field goal range, but of course I'm not looking for a field goal. So let's continue to try. They're going to bring pressure and we should have a touchdown here, I think. Yep, touchdown, Washington. Great time to call a screen pass. Just need our defense to hold up now. They already got a couple turnovers, and I think that should be all she wrote. So just like that, we come in and save the day once again. 22-15 victory, bringing us to the NFC Championship game for the 2nd time in Jaden's career. But this time we plan on winning that thing. So yeah, 3 touchdowns from Jaden. Tua had 196 yards. So like I said, everything's accurate across the league. We had a brutal interception at one point, but Tua threw us 2 rushing yards. Wisner's doing his best. Kyle Pitts and the receiving touchdowns went to Moore and Tony Williams, and then Wisner, of course, had that slip screen we did. Sacks wise, you had 1.5, 1 from Nolan Smith, half a sack, and then half, and then half. Interceptions, KJ Bolden, Trey Amos, and James Pierce had a pick. Wow, that's brutal. Okay, let's get in to the NFC Championship game. And now we head to SoFi Stadium to play the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC Championship game. Jaden has been here before. Hopefully this time we can take advantage of this opportunity. Of course, the Rams should have Ty Simpson starting now at this point. And so far, it looks like we've had chances to score and we just haven't. It's 3-0. It's 6-0. 53 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Not loving what I'm seeing so far. So let me see if I can't steal a touchdown before this half is over because... yeah, I don't want to go into half with 0 points if possible. So we're going to throw Nick Marsh up the seam and see if we can get... nope, nothing there. Okay, I'm just going to take underneath here with Williams then. That didn't get us much, but 7 yards. He has 41 yards. Or Jaden only has 41 yards throwing right now, so that's not good. Not ideal, but I'm hoping they let Moore just be... and it's there. Exactly what I wanted is going to happen as long as he has the step. He does. The speed is exactly what we needed, and he has come up clutch a couple times now, but that's what we needed out of the before the half. So can we go take a lead now? 10-6. Okay, can we keep the foot on the pedal here? Score again. Got a big interception from Peyton Bowen. And okay, so 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. At this point, we just got to play keep away. So let's go ahead and do that. They have all 3 timeouts in the 2-minute warning. Just got to get a couple first downs and this game is over. We've punched our ticket to the Super Bowl. So let's see if we can't get at least 1 first down here. Got 3 yards, which is okay, but all right. Let's try another run play. I mean, it could be aggressive, put this ball in the air, but I'm going to run the ball again. So Wisner's run fairly well. This one is going to get us a decent chunk. Not much, though. So that's going to be a 5-yard. All right, we got to convert this. Man, what play do we want to run? Do we want to run like a zig route, or do we can do halfback circle unless we like the look of maybe running the football here? Okay, I'm okay with this. I think, let's see what this is going to look like. I think Tony Williams should be... you know what? It's going to take the running back instead. Okay, we had enough time. Offensive line bought us plenty of time. That was such a big play. I was kind of staring at Antonio Williams, but the running back ran free. And now we just need 1 more first down, and this game is essentially over. I mean, it's already pretty much over, but 1 more first down ends it for sure. Let's get a big chunk here and just get the first down here. I almost did. That's going to get us a 7-yard gain. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. All right. Just got to get 3 more yards, and we've punched our ticket to the Super Bowl. Let's see if we can't make that happen. 10-6. I'm going to trust in Wisner to get 3 yards in 2 plays. I think he can do it. Let's see if we got this. I'm going to cut to the outside. Maybe not the best move, but so close. They give it to us. 1st and 10. That should end it. We can kneel this bad boy out now, and that'll take us to the Super Bowl, which is just fantastic. So got Jaden to the NFC Championship, or out of the NFC Championship game this time. Can kneel it 1 more time, and this game is over. We come to LA, we take them down, we have punched our ticket to the Super Bowl. So let's do it, and let's go take a look at these stats. But we have won the NFC Championship game. 10-6, and all it took us was jumping in that first half and stealing one. It's actually John Mateer starting for them. Interesting. Okay, so not an efficient game by any means from Jaden, but yeah, it would be really nice to have at least Bill back, but I don't know if they're even going to be back, or I don't know if Josh Jacobs will be back, but yeah, DeCorian Moore has come up clutch so many times for us. Sacks-wise, you had 1, 1, 1, and 1. Interceptions, Peyton Bowen, that was a clutch one. Wasn't even trying to draft him earlier, but I guess it worked out. So let's get to the Super Bowl. So we've gotten to the biggest game of the ball, and we get to play the Cincinnati Bengals while we're here. So let's see if we can't complete our quest, and we get an foam recovery by Sonny Styles to start things off, and we're up 7-0, but they do tie it up 7-7. Of course, the Bengals are a really good offense in real life and in Madden, so this is not going to be an easy task at all. But we go up 14-7. Things are looking good. We also have Josh Jacobs back, by the way, as well. 21-15, 3 minutes and 29 seconds left. I think we come out here and try to put this away. I think that's the best thing to do right now. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like I said, Josh Jacobs is back. He sure is, which is just fantastic. So, let's go ahead and run this football to start things off. And, wow, they were ready for that. 47 yards on the day for Jacobs. So, not a bad day of running, but that play went absolutely nowhere. So, we might have to put this ball in the air a little bit, which is fine by me. We have the weapons to do so. Let's see if we can't get something a little bit better here, because that was not a good start. So I'm going to get Okonkwo for a nice 6-yard gain. The Bengals are starting to use those timeouts now. Now we need to get a first down, 3rd and 5. We don't want to give the Bengals the ball back at this point. So if we can avoid that at all costs, that would be the move. So let's see if we can't pick up a first down here. I'm going to hit Jacobs. Can he get there? He does, just barely, but that's a first down move, chain mover. Needed that really badly, so glad we got that. Okay, now let's go back to run the football. Although Nick Marsh might be, covered one-on-one. We could maybe get and more on the outside. Maybe, oh my gosh, Nick Marsh just made that guy look so silly. Not the best thrown ball, though. Wow, that's not good. That was a touchdown. Jaden got to put that a little bit more air on that, and that was absolutely, or just a little bit more downfield, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But that was a touchdown, man. All right, so this play doesn't go anywhere. Bengals used our last timeout. Oh, that miss is going to haunt us, isn't it? Not ideal. Let's go back to it, because that was so open. I don't know if they'll bring that same coverage. It's going to be similar coverage. Maybe this time he hits it. Let's see. It's there. It's there. We're going to take it. Nick Marsh. This might be too deep. No, he's under it. And that's going to give us a first down on the 2-yard line. And that is what we needed. These lob throws have come absolutely clutch, other than that last one, of course. But, all right. Now he's got to get this in the end zone to make this a 2-possession game again. Jacob's going to cut it to the outside. Not the move. Should not have done that. All right. Not great. So 2 minutes left in this one. We just need to put this in the end zone, and this should be ball game. So let's just not overcomplicate it. Just get a touchdown here. We should be good. I tried to cut it to the outside. That didn't really work out. Do I throw this ball? I'm going to run it one more time. I mean, it should bleed some clock as well. This time, gonna gain at least 1 yard, but of course we are looking for a touchdown, so that is not what we wanted. Okay. They're gonna bring pressure. You know what? I'm okay with wide zoning this. Let's see if the outside's there. It is, and that should be your Super Bowl coming to Washington. So just like that, the Bengals have no timeouts remaining. We put this one away, or at least we should. Josh Jacobs gives us the exclamation point, and we'll end it there. So I hope you guys did enjoy this rebuild. It was a fun one, and I can't wait to continue to do all 32 teams here. And I'll try to fix the rookies being free agents next time. Maybe the roster creator will fix that as well. But thank you all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.